As I walked back from my coffee shop this morning, I was thinking to myself, what have been my happiest moments, consistently happiest moments as a speaker? Now, I enjoy sitting down and doing these face-to-face or talking head videos that people look at, but it's not the same as speaking to a live audience. In considering speaking to a live audiences, I used to think that my biggest moments, greatest moments as far as satisfaction and happiness was concerned, was speaking to large audiences, a keynote. Bigger the audience, the better. But when I examine my feelings closely, I know this is not true. The most satisfying times of my many years of speaking is really in the interaction in the what you might call the classroom environment. Between 2001 and 2008, I ran a class within an organisation known as U3A, University of the Third Age, which really meant retired people. And I ran this class called Inner Quest, Our Search for Happiness, Body, Mind and Spirit. It was a very popular class. I used to get anything from 15 to 20 people along at a sitting. I would set out the chairs the way I wanted them. The room was fairly compact and the session would go for 2 hours, but with a half-hour break in the middle so that the people could circulate and socialise. And it worked very well. Not only did it work very well, it worked extremely well because the same people would come along to each class for years. A subject would be presented by me, but there would be lots and lots of interaction, questions, feedback. And then I realised that this, when I gave it up to write a book, I never went back to it. I thought these were really the happiest days as a speaker. Am I really a speaker or am I a teacher? Maybe I'm both. But I know I love storytelling. You can tell stories in a classroom setting, get feedback, people to tell their stories. It's very interactive, lots of relationships. And you get to know the people very well if you have the same audience members or classroom people along each time. So I've worked it out, really, what I like to do best of all, and that is to learn and to teach. And it's become my slogan for a while now. I learn and I teach. But in the teaching, most of all, I like the interactive class. Not too big, not a huge conference, although I enjoy that too, but a small, intimate class of maybe a dozen to 20 people who you can interact with. Their faces are familiar, and you look forward each week to meeting with them to hold that class.